Let's continue with the process of double fertilization. See now, all these structures which are already discussed, total carpel, stigma, receiving pollen, stigma receiving pollen, the process is called indirect pollination. Tubular slender part, style, allow germination of pollen and allows growth of pollen tube. Ovary, inside the ovary, ovule. Ovule is anatropous, inverted, characteristic feature of angiosperm. Orthotropous होता था तो gymnosperm. Outer integument, inner integument, dotted part, nucellus. Nucellus के अंदर ये पूरा black कलर का female gametophyte, 7-celled, 8-nucleated embryo sac. Again characteristic feature of angiosperm. इसमें के 2 सेल बीच वाला, right? Now rotate secondary nucleus and his egg. Right? इसके पहले जो हमने एम्ब्रियो सेल ड्रॉ किया था, तो हमने सेंट्रल सेल ये शब्द यूज किया था. ये बीच का पूरा बड़ा सेल जिसके अंदर मैंने अभी एक न्यूक्लियस ड्रॉ किया है. इसके पहले मैंने यहाँ पे 2 न्यूक्लियाई ड्रॉ किए थे. तो हमने ग्रोइंग एम्ब्रियो सेक ड्रॉ किया था, तो यहाँ पे हमने 2 न्यूक्लियाई ड्रॉ किए थे, राइट? सो जब ये 2 न्यूक्लियस वाला है तो उसको हम बोलेंगे सेंट्रल सेल. ये नहीं पढ़ेंगे आप, राइट? ये जब 2 न्यूक्लियाई वाला है तो इसको हम बोलेंगे सेंट्रल सेल. ये पूरा एम्ब्रियो सेक ही मैग्नीफाइड ड्रॉ किया है. रीडिंग है, यहाँ पे जो एम्ब्रियो सेक है वही मैंने मैग्नीफाइड ड्रॉ किया है, राइट? Upper 3 antipodals, नीचे के 3 egg apparatus, बीच का egg. Binucleate structure is a central cell. ठीक system. Central cell is the largest cell of embryo cell, which is binucleate, hence diploid. एक nucleus haploid, दूसरा nucleus haploid, n plus n, central cell is diploid. Just prior to fertilization, these 2 nuclei fuse. Just prior to fertilization, these 2 nuclei fuse, and now it becomes 2 and 1 single nucleus. Right? तो अब ऐसे स्ट्रक्चर के पास, ऐसा स्ट्रक्चर जिसके पास एक न्यूक्लियस है, डिप्लॉयड है, एक ही न्यूक्लियस है, डिप्लॉयड है, उसको हम क्या बोलेंगे? दिस टोटल स्ट्रक्चर इज सेकेंडरी न्यूक्लियस और डेफिनेटिव न्यूक्लियस. लिख लो, अच्छे से लिख लो. एंजियोस्पर्मिक एम्ब्रियो सैक, एंजियोस्पर्मिक एम्ब्रियो सैक ऑब्लिक फीमेल गैमेटोफाइट. एंजियोस्पर्मिक एम्ब्रियो सैक oblique female gametophyte consist of central large cell with 2 haploid nuclei, with 2 haploid nuclei is called central cell, is called central cell. Comma, just before fertilization, just before fertilization, 2 nuclei fuse, 2 nuclei fuse to form 1 diploid nucleus, 1 diploid nucleus. Such a cell is called secondary nucleus oblique definitive nucleus. डायग्राम में देखो, सेंट्रल सेल क्लियरली लिखा है binucleate diploid. Arrow converted to secondary nucleus, uninucleate diploid. डायग्राम आपको हर चीज बताएगा. Last day revisions. Instead of reading all the things, you go through the diagram, everything will be revised in a fraction of second, right? See now, total carpel, ये ovary के अंदर ovule, nucleocyte, 7 cell nucleated, बीच वाला secondary nucleus, definitive nucleus, इसमें का egg apparatus का middle cell egg, right? Now this structure is going for post-fertilization changes after pollination. Okay, हमने एक लाइन पढ़ी थी. Pollination is a prerequisite. Pollination is a precursor, first step towards double fertilization, leading to post-fertilization changes. Leading to post-fertilization changes. तो देखो pollination कैसे होता है? Whatever is the carrying agency, हमने pollination डिटेल में सीख लिया. Pollen will be deposited here, right? Outer thick exine, inner thin entine. Exine is made up of sporopollenin, entine is pectocellulosic. Entine goes out through germ pore and it is nourished by stigma and the sugary secretion of style. Here pollen pistil interaction. The right pollen, desired pollen, may be of the same plant, may be of different plant of same species, right? अगर plant breeder बीच में manipulate करता है, if manipulation is done by plant breeder, even interspecies hybrid can be prepared. So pollen is recognized. Selected pollens are allowed to germinate. Pollen tube grows through style, right? Then entire content of the pollen is poured in the pollen tube. Siphonogamy starts. The first structure goes ahead is nucleus of vegetative cell. What goes first in the pollen tube? Nucleus of vegetative cell, followed by generative cell, followed by generative cell. And this generative cell divided to produce two male gametes. So generative cell divide, मतलब अब generative cell नहीं रहेगा और pollen tube के अंदर दो male gamete. Now look at this. Total red continuous line, isn't it entine? Entine का extension pollen tube. ये entine का extension pollen tube. Pollen tube के अंदर ये vegetative cell का cytoplasm, vegetative cell का nucleus, tube nucleus. In the vegetative cell's cytoplasm, two male gametes are present. So this germinated pollen is a three-celled male gametophyte. Germinated pollen is a three-celled male gametophyte, which is a mature male gametophyte. लिख लो start point. Write down star point. Two-cell pollen is a mature pollen in the majority of angiosperm. Two-cell pollen is a mature pollen in majority of angiosperms. Three-celled pollen is a mature male gametophyte. Three-celled pollen is mature male gametophyte. Right? Now, pollen tube will grow towards the ovule. अब देखो ये non-motile male gametes are siphoned through the restricted path. Non-motile male gametes are siphoned through the pollen tube restricted path. It grows towards the ovule. If it enters through chaladza, it is chaladzogamy. If it enters through integument, it is mesogamy. If it enters through chaladza, this one, right? इसको हम बोलेंगे चालजोग्यामी। अगर इंटीग्यूमेंट से गई तो मेसोग्यामी, बट जनरली इट ग्रोज, ओके, ऐसे पोलन ट्यूब आएगी और माइक्रोपाइल से अंदर जाएगी। जनरली इट गोज इन थ्रू माइक्रोपाइल, so then in this condition it is called, third one, porogamy. Pollen tube siphoning non-motile male gametes leading to syngamy. The process is siphonogamy. Pollen tube if entered through chalanza, the process is chalazogamy. Number 1. Pollen tube entering through integuments, if it enters through integument, is mesogamy. Generally, majority of the times it enters through micropyle and the process is called porogamy. The process is called porogamy. Pollen tube entered in, right? चलो अब यहाँ पे डिटेल में देखते हैं, बड़ा स्ट्रक्चर ड्रॉ किया मैंने. This is what is pollen tube entering in. यहाँ पे ट्यूब न्यूक्लियस है, पीछे 2 मेल गैमेट्स है. What was the job or function done by the tube nucleus? It clarifies the path of male gametes. In this process, whose participation is essential? Male gametes has to participate. Its protection is at priority. So they are protected. The path is clarified by tube nucleus. Once it reaches near the synergid, tube nucleus degenerate. ट्यूब न्यूक्लियस का काम था मेल गैमेट को प्रोटेक्टेड पाथ क्लियर करके एग तक पहुंचाना. उसने अपना काम कर दिया, अब वो मर जाएगा, degenerate. Now this filiform apparatus, hair-like outgrowth, will guide the pollen tube. What it will say? See, this is egg. It will be showing this is egg. So filiform apparatus guide the pollen tube to locate the egg. Pollen tube enter in one of the synergid. Pollen tube enter in one of the synergid, absorb moisture, water, and it bursts open. It open, right? अब देखो, synergid के अंदर pollen tube घुस गई, तो synergid is degenerating, मर रहा है वो, टुकड़े टुकड़े हो गए उसके, right? उसके अंदर जाके pollen tube टूट गई. So this is degenerating synergids. In the degenerating synergids, these male gametes which are carried forward will be released. ये male gamete यहाँ पे पहुंचा, दूसरा male gamete, right? First male gamete, second male gamete. Pollen tube is guided by, yeah, tell me, pollen tube is guided by filiform apparatus. It enter in one of the synergy, absorb water, burst open. Right? Releasing both male gametes. Male gametes are released in degenerating synergid. Male gametes are released in degenerating synergid. Right? Then, first male gamete will combine with egg to form zygote. यहाँ पे first male gamete plus egg. Right? तो यहाँ पे हम बोलेंगे egg plus first male gamete. Egg plus first male gamete gives you zygote. Right? Then, second male gamete, which is here, will be carried by the central cell cytoplasm, definitive nucleus, and it will be fertilizing secondary nucleus. It will be fertilizing secondary nucleus. So here I will write down second male gamete plus secondary nucleus. Second male gamete plus secondary nucleus will be giving rise to here primary endosperm nucleus. PEN, primary endosperm nucleus. यहाँ पे हमको क्या मिलेगा? ये प्रोसेस में egg first male gamete plus egg giving you zygote. Let's see. यही डबल फर्टिलाइजेशन का फॉर्मूला मैंने प्लांटेन में आपको खुल के लिख के दिया था। डबल फर्टिलाइजेशन का फॉर्मूला प्लांटेन में मैंने अच्छे से लिख के दिया था। सब लोग प्लांटेन में एंजियोस्पर्म का डबल फर्टिलाइजेशन रेफर करेंगे। प्लांटेन में एंजियोस्पर्म का डबल फर्टिलाइजेशन मेंशन करेंगे। सेम कॉन्सेप्ट बट आई रोट इट इन अ डिफरेंट वे बाय शोइंग द एक्चुअल प्रोसेस। Male gamete, non-motile male gametes carried by pollen tube, filiform apparatus guide the pollen tube. It enter in one of the synergy, absorb the moisture, burst open, releasing both male gametes. Releasing both male gametes. First male gamete plus egg. First male gamete plus egg giving you zygote. Right? अब देखो मुझे ploidy बोलो आप. What was ploidy of egg? Is N. What was ploidy of male gamete? N. So N plus N. What is ploidy of zygote? Obviously 2N. N plus N. Ploidy of zygote will be 2N. Simple. अब यहाँ पे देखते हैं. Secondary nucleus, definitive nucleus is 2N. Male gamete here is N. So haploid male gamete plus 2N secondary nucleus, PEN will be 3N. Isn't it? Right? So see, in this process, both the male gametes, are used in the process of fertilization. Hence the process is double fertilization. Two male gametes used. The process of fertilization occurs twice. The process is called double fertilization, characteristic feature of angiosperms. What is the product of first fertilization? First fertilization is syngamy. Product of first fertilization is zygote. Product of second fertilization, triple fusion, is a PEN, primary endosperm nucleus. Right? Zygote will divide by mitosis to form embryo. Primary endosperm nucleus will redivide to form endosperm, which is nutritive tissue for developing embryo. Right? Okay. Please draw it very carefully. So many questions related to ploidy, related to the formulas, related to the process will be asked. So ये डायग्राम आपने ड्रॉ करनी है. आज का होमवर्क है. ये डायग्राम आप कम से कम 2 बार ड्रॉ करेंगे. और प्लांटे में मैंने आपको प्लॉइडी के कुछ क्वेश्चंस दिए थे. प्लांटे में मैंने आपको प्लॉइडी के क्वेश्चन दिए थे. वो क्वेश्चन आप सॉल्व करेंगे. मैं ग्रुप पे और 2-3 क्वेश्चन डालती हूँ. आप प्लांटे की प्लॉइडी यूज करके वो एमसीक्यू सॉल्व करेंगे. प्लीज ड्रॉ इट वेरी केयरफुली. टाइटल देंगे डायग्राम को डबल फर्टिलाइजेशन. दिस इज डायग्राम ऑफ double fertilization.
Kingdom Plantae, lecture number 5. See, double fertilization, which is a characteristic feature of angiosperm. See the word double fertilization. Fertilization occurs twice. Okay, one more thing which you know is that one pollen grain germinate to produce 2-celled pollen, 3-celled pollen, and you know that in a germinated 3-celled pollen there are 2 male gametes. Okay, चलो शब्द रिलेट करो. डबल फर्टिलाइजेशन 2 male gametes से जुड़ा है. So when both the male gametes produced by one pollen are used for the process of fertilization, it is called double fertilization. फर्टिलाइजेशन के प्रोसेस में दोनों मेल गैमेट यूज होते हैं, उसको बोलते हैं डबल फर्टिलाइजेशन. एंजियोस्पर्म से लोअर प्लांट्स जो है, एंजियोस्पर्म इज एवॉर्ड, एंजियोस्पर्म से प्रिमिटिव जो है उसके पास डबल फर्टिलाइजेशन नहीं होता, दोनों में से एक ही गैमेट यूज होता है, इट इज कॉल्ड सिंगल फर्टिलाइजेशन. सिंपल क्रिस्टल क्लियर शब्द डबल फर्टिलाइजेशन. द प्रोसेस ऑफ फर्टिलाइजेशन occurs twice. In this, both the male gametes are used. Hence, the process is double fertilization, which is characteristic feature of angiosperm. Which is characteristic feature of angiosperm. Okay, देखो हमने लास्ट लेक्चर में डबल फर्टिलाइजेशन की प्रोसेस देखी. पोलन deposited on stigma, germinate, pollen tube grows through style, carrying the male gametes, non-motile haploid male gametes of angiosperm. Non-motile haploid male gametes of angiosperm are siphoned through the pollen tube. It is leading that siphonogamy leading to double fertilization. Okay, the male gametes are siphoned through the pollen tube and both the male gametes are used in the process of fertilization. Hence the process is called double fertilization. अब double fertilization को हम बिल्कुल mathematically, logically सीखते हैं क्योंकि इससे हमको problem solve करने हैं. So we are discussing formula of double fertilization. Write down. Double fertilization is equal to first fertilization which is also called syngamy. Double fertilization includes first fertilization which is also called syngamy plus second fertilization. Second fertilization is called triple fusion. आप जानते हो, here 3 nuclei fuse, 2 nuclei of polar cell, 2 nuclei polar nuclei of central cell, definitive nucleus, secondary nucleus, उसके 2 nuclei और मेल गैमेट का 1 न्यूक्लियस. तो ऐसे 2 + 1 3 न्यूक्लियाई फ्यूज होते हैं. So the process is triple fusion. Okay, so first fertilization syngamy plus second fertilization collectively called double fertilization. Now come to this one. What is syngamy? Syngamy में क्या involved होता है? Let us discuss in this. See, syngamy involves first male gamete plus egg, that is female gamete. Syngamy की definition क्या है? First male gamete plus egg is called, I'm just making it capital, okay, first male gamete plus egg is syngamy, first fertilization. Okay, इसका definition क्या है? What is definition of this one? Triple fusion का definition क्या है? Here we'll write down. It is second male gamete plus secondary nucleus. Okay, I'm just making it clear क्योंकि हमको बागे secondary nucleus ऐसा purposefully separate लिख रही हूं क्योंकि हमको कैलकुलेशन करने हैं. सी, ये डेफिनेशन भी आप जानते हो. सेकंड मेल गैमेट प्लस सेकेंडरी न्यूक्लियस. सेकेंडरी न्यूक्लियस इज आल्सो कॉल्ड डेफिनेटिव न्यूक्लियस. सेकेंडरी न्यूक्लियस इज आल्सो कॉल्ड definitive nucleus. Polar nuclei develop to produce secondary nucleus, definitive nucleus. Okay, so see, first male gamete as well as second male gamete both are used. Hence the process is called double fertilization. Okay, चलो अब इसका प्रोडक्ट क्या है? प्रोडक्ट ऑफ फर्स्ट फर्टिलाइजेशन syngamy, product of first fertilization syngamy is zygote. Okay, it is also called oospore. अब ये एडिशनल शब्द ध्यान में रखना शुरू करो. It is called zygote oospore. Okay, product of second fertilization is PEN, primary endosperm nucleus. Please write down long form. PEN, pen, primary endosperm nucleus, which further develop to endosperm. ये शब्द आपने कहाँ पे सीखा है? एंडोस्पर्मिक सेड, नॉन एंडोस्पर्मिक सेड. Endosperm, it is a part of a seed. Okay, so see, zygote oospore is product of first fertilization, which gives, let me complete, I just need to write down here, which develop into embryo. zygote हमको क्या देगा? Embryo. Okay, और सेकंड मेल गैमेट प्लस सेकेंडरी न्यूक्लियस हमको देगा PEN, एंडोस्पर्म. Okay, पहले फर्स्ट इमीडिएट प्रोडक्ट विल बी PEN and PEN develop into endosperm. Okay, first fertilization syngamy gives immediately zygote oospore. Zygote oospore develop into embryo. Second fertilization immediately develop primary endosperm nucleus.